Hey travel lovers, welcome to A Wanderlust for Life. I'm Jessica, behind the camera is Sean, and this is another video in the series of unique places to stay in the Netherlands. We are here in Almere, which is a quick train ride away from Amsterdam Central Station, and we are staying in an old lighthouse. Let me show you inside, come on. Not a bad front porch, now let's go inside. As soon as you walk in, the door to the bathroom is downstairs. So we have a toilet, a whole shower room, and a sink. Pretty decent space if you ask me for this small space, but now we have a very steep spiral staircase to go up. All right, now we're at the top level of the lighthouse, but before I get into the rest of the tour, I wanna invite you to subscribe if you aren't already for more unique places to stay in Europe and more of Amsterdam, because that's where we live. And if you wanna support this channel, we will leave a link to our Patreon down in the description, and our Patreons get an exclusive video per month and a live stream, so check that out. But now back to the tour. So we have this bed, and it's really a funny shape. I think it's kind of a full size at the top, and it tapers down a little bit, but I think they did pretty well with the space that they had because this lighthouse was built in 1958. So you have to, give them some credit for adjusting to this crazy shape. We also have kind of I'd call this like a terrace table. So it's kind of small, but it totally works if you're just having your cup of tea or if you have food brought in, because there's a kettle too, so you can make your own tea. They also give dishes, forks and knives, spoons, and even a little refrigerator. And I think one of my favorite features is the little window seat. I call it like a little reading nook, which is really nice. But we have a terrace too, because the views are the best part. You get them inside, but you also get them outside. I love that it has this outside space, like all around it. We have the marina right next to us, and I don't know why, but the sailboat masts are just so beautiful. And then we have the lake behind us, serene, relaxing, all words that describe this. But I'm a water baby. Are you a water baby? Because I just love this so much. But I want to remind you of the video that we did a little while ago when we stayed in a wine barrel, and I talked about how the Almere was made after creating dikes to keep the North Sea out to protect the land. And even though this lighthouse is from 1958, this area is not that old. So the Dutch created this area, and I want to show you more of this province. So we're in Almere. We are here in the harbor area, and they have their own center with the restaurants around the harbor, which is amazing, but they also have the main city, and that is in the region of Flevoland. And I want to show you more of that because I think when you come to the Netherlands, you should have a well-rounded experience with the old Dutch that you see in Amsterdam and more of what they've done recently and get a feel for what it's like nowadays. But for now, for us, we're going to just enjoy the view and have a relaxing time, and we'll see you in a little while. Good morning from our lighthouse. It's crazy to think that we stayed here last night, but it was so nice. So we kept half the curtains open so we could not be so claustrophobic, but also we could see outside, and the moon was so bright. You couldn't see that many stars because it did turn cloudy, but it was still really, really nice and calming. And now I'm having my morning tea, looking out over the harbor while some of the kids are practicing their sailing skills, which is really cute. So around here, that's very common, and they have really small sailboats, and sometimes they're just regular boats with a tiny little rudder, but usually you'll see them with sailboats learning how to do that, and sometimes alongside the big sailboats. It's so cute. But it's been so nice to stay here, and I learned that even though this is from 1958, this lighthouse, this is the oldest part of this area of Flevoland, which is the province that we're in, because I think what happened was they built this in 1958, and then they started creating the land around it in 1959. And Almere, even though we're in the harbor part, but Almere proper is only 1 year older than me, and it is the youngest city in the entire country. Cool, right? So we'll come back and do a proper video about that so you can see what all there is to do around here, because it's a nice break and a nice thing to see outside of Amsterdam here in the Netherlands without having to go too far. If you liked this video, please go ahead and give it a like. We love when you give us a comment down below to let us know what you think of the video. And if you'd like to stay here, of course, I'll leave the booking link down below for you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!